Well, obviously, it's a tale of two halves here. We obviously came out in the first half, played really hard, really physical, really tough, and came in at halftime with a 10-0 lead, and really felt like, you know, we were kind of had something going pretty good, get back out in the field, play great defense, and keep going and running the ball and do what we had to do, and we felt good about it at the half. Obviously, in the third quarter, we came out in the field, and that didn't happen. That didn't go real well. You know, they had two long drives, an 80 and a 90-yard drive. We didn't respond to the drive, and that hurt us. We had a couple, 3 turnovers in the game. We fumbled the ball twice and threw an interception. We can't do that. That's just not going to help our cause. Obviously, one of the fumbles was on the first series. We reached the ball out, have the first down, and gets batted away. Can't do that. That cost us some points on that drive. And then, of course, in the end, the interception and the drop ball are just are ridiculous. We also had a punt blocked, and those things, you know, piled on at the end and just made the end look just crappy. It's a shame. I got to go back and look at the tape and just kind of really see, like, what just happened in that third period. Like, what happened? That was a third period that was just not very good at all. It's hard to watch the team you watched in the first 2 periods and then watch the team in the third period and say, what happened there? What was that? You know, but it happened, and we've got to get ready to roll our sleeves back up and get ready on Monday and get ready to find out what was great that we did and what was so poor that we did in the third period. Try to get that corrected and get on the road and go play Pittsburgh. Any questions?
As well as you played the first half, were you thinking 10-0 you should have been up more than that?
Yeah. There's no question we should have had at least 3 more points, if not more. But the way we played in the third quarter, not sure that would have mattered. I mean, we just had a collapse in the third quarter, which is not really like us, but we did. You know, and we didn't help each other as a team because we had 2 big drives we let up, and we didn't respond within the middle of those drives ourselves. You know, you got to stop the run. You know, you got to run the ball and stop the run, and we didn't do a good job of that. Not in that third period. So it was a collective team thing. I would say that special teams, we had a blocked punt. Offense didn't do anything in the third period. Defense didn't do anything in the third period. That's a pretty collective collapse in the third period.
Steve, obviously you haven't looked at the tape yet, but just offhand, what did you notice Rutgers doing differently on both sides of the ball?
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Coach, what factored in the decision to pull Chris Corey? Is he still your starting quarterback?
Oh, I don't know. I pulled Chris in the second half just because I said at that point I wanted to see Juice play. That's it. So we go back and, you know, see what happened. You got guys competing every week in there. Ball's turned over twice. It's good. It was a good time for Juice to go in there and take some snaps, and that's what I wanted to do. So that's what I did.
Does that mean it's an open?
What?
Does that mean it's an open competition this week for starters?
It's always open. I mean, it's what it is. I mean, go back and watch the film and see what I see. We're not going to turn the ball over. We're just not going to do that. We're not coughing the thing up for grabs. That's not going to happen. So best players will play. That's the way it is. But in that situation, I wanted to see Juice play, so I put him in the play. I wouldn't overly read into that. Just what I told you. That's what I said. I want to see him play. I put him in and let him play.
The defense was as good as we've seen in the first half. As things began to play on this in the second half, how great was the loss of Caraway in the second half?
I mean, I don't know. I can't measure that. You know, obviously Vaughn's been one of our top performers on defense. We're without seeing it, we look like we fatigued. We look like we kind of just ran out of gas, is what it looked like to me. Now, it's more technical than that, and I need to look at that. But you know, we're fairly thin and depleted right now. A couple guys up front, Vaughn in the back end, and just you're just a little depleted, but it's what it is. You know, I thought we played well though in that first half. We were on fire. I thought we were really moving, but it just appeared that it appeared in the second half we just running stretch plays and chunks of yards. I mean, just got to stop that. A couple times, it's up in the air the ball, and we just got to make a break on the ball. So I don't know. I mean, with us, we can't afford too many injuries. We can't afford to be without too many players. So it's never good when we are, but to speak to the way that we played in the third period, that's deeper than that.
What was your reaction to Vaughn getting sidelined by the Big East?
My reaction is that respect the process, and our program's all about player safety, and that's my reaction.
When did you learn it was going to happen? Because we found out about it today, but when did you know he wasn't playing today?
I knew earlier in the week. I think I knew late Monday night. Yep.
Is there an appeal or anything that you're allowed to do right now?
Nope. I didn't say anything because it wasn't to our advantage to say anything. So that's why I didn't say anything. It was our advantage not to say anything. So that's where that was.
Was Chris Hutton practicing at Vaughn spot all week in practice?
Tuesday. Tuesday.
How do you think he did today?
I don't know. I mean, I just really don't know. I can't answer that. You know, we'll watch the tape. Chris had a great week of practice, and so you know, just put another young guy in the back end. It's good. You know, let's get another guy. It's another redshirt freshman playing in the back end. We'll just grow from that.
Steve, after you gave up those two long touchdown drives, did you feel as if your team would regroup? Sometimes these things go in waves where, you know, one team gets a couple touchdowns and then the other team bounces back. That you never were able to bounce back from that.
No, we weren't. You know, we had some penalties, and there were some procedural penalties and things that just limit us. A couple of drop balls, and we just never really fired in there well. It looked like we were getting ready to, and then we just kind of shut her down, and then we turned it over. You know, and in the middle of that, we had a punt blocked, we had an interception, right in the heart of that thing. I don't know exact time frames here, but and a couple of critical drops that really hurt us. And you know, that's not what you needed when you're kind of bleeding right there. That's the last thing you need. You know, but you know, for us, you know, we've got to be able to stop the run, and we had a 3rd and 10 there that was converted. You know, we just can't do that. You know, back to those things again. You start not getting off the field on 3rd and 10 and stuff like that, then you know, problems happen.
In that same stretch, you had that play with the ref pass interference on the defense, and I know that you definitely thought that was a bad call. But how do you think that combined with the offensive inefficiencies, combined with all the fans basically leaving and Rutgers basically taking the season over, how deflating was that for you guys?
You just said a lot right there, but
how deflating was basically the 3rd quarter in general?
How deflating was it?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I mean, I would say it was pretty deflating. I'd say it's one of the worst 3rd quarters I've seen in a long time. I mean, you're right. I mean, I don't know. You tell me about that 3rd quarter. You saw it.
Coach,
You took a game where we had really complete, utter control of the football game in the first half. We came out in the 3rd quarter, and I don't know how many points we gave up in quick fashion, but we just totally blew the 3rd quarter out. So I'd say it's fairly disappointing.
Is that the best team you've played in the 2 years here?
I can't answer that. You know, I guess. I mean, you know, I thought. What are we talking about? Which quarter are we talking about here right now? You know what I mean? I mean, in the first 2 quarters, I thought we played them nose up. No, maybe better than nose up. But in the 3rd quarter, whew, to their credit, I thought they played like a big time team in the 3rd quarter. I'm guessing we didn't help ourselves too much. So I'll give them credit. Give that team credit. You know, they had to come alive in the 3rd quarter, make some plays. They made plays in the 3rd quarter. You know, it's a good football team that, to their credit, did that.
You've talked a lot about this being a young team. This is the program's worst loss in a few years. What do you say to these guys?
Worst loss what?
In a few years, I believe dating back to 2009. So what
I don't know that. Okay. I mean, I would not say that. Okay. I'll tell you why I wouldn't say that. Okay. That might be the worst 3rd quarter we've played. But to take that game and wrap it like that and say that the way we played in the first half, that makes it the worst game we played, that's not an accurate statement. Now, that's the worst 3rd quarter we've played. I'll buy that one. But to say that's the worst, come on, man. I don't know about that. I'm not into that. You can say that if you want.
What do you say to those guys just to keep them from, having this carry over into next week? How do you pick them back up?
Got to show up Monday, got to roll. We took the number 15 team nose to nose and played them in the first half. I mean, played like hell. You know, got to get back to work and go. That's football. You get hit in the mouth, you come back and you come back and you fight. That's what you do. That's what it is.
Was the first half them playing poorly, or you guys just executing everything you were trying to do? I mean, they are a very highly rated team. So was the first half just them not executing, and the second half is more accurate how they should be playing, or was it you guys falling off?
We played well in the first half. Our team played really hard, and really physical, and well in the first half.
Steve, what did you talk about doing differently at halftime? successful in any way?
No, we were going to go out there and keep playing like we did in the first half, but we didn't do that. We let up a couple of long drives and didn't sustain any drives. We did not play well. We had penalties, we had some dropped balls, we had some missed blocks, we turned the ball over, we got a punt block. I mean, you know, we could rehash this all over and over and over again, but it is what it is. We played like crap in the third quarter and let the game get away from us, and that's what happened. You know, that's what happened. That game got away in the third period, right there, bam.
It's a young team. It's got to obviously be a lot of tough times before you get to the glory days of Temple football. How do you build off an experience with a young group of guys?
Just got to keep playing. You know, just got to keep playing. Just got to go. Just got to get ready to roll. You know, we got we got to learn from it. We got to take a look at it. What happened? Where were the issues? Try to fix the issues and roll. That's what it is. You know, hey, we all take losses hard. You know, and that's just the way that is. But you know. We gotta get ready to go on Monday. We got a lot of football left to play here, and we got a lot of good football left to play here, and we will play a lot of good football. So that's where we have to head. All right.